pillows are made out of hay.
If this is your first time here, we are Liz and Alex. We're traveling around the world full-time, and we set aside 2.5 weeks to take on the 3 high passes and Everest Basecamp trek, Unguided. In our previous 4 videos, we started in Lukla and went all the way over our first pass, Khomgala. Then we headed over to the Everest Basecamp after being sick for several days. Despite all of our difficulty, we have decided to continue on. So we'll head to Jongla today, which is like 2.5 hour walk, so that should work out, and we'll see how we feel from there.
Right, this is our place in Zongla. We actually have a double bed.
I feel like it gets colder every single night, and it's like it doesn't improve with time. Like I feel like I would be used to the cold by now, but I'm not. It gets worse every day.
This is the double sleeping bag system here. We have a silk liner we use. We have our other...
So once you're in the double, or in the single, there's this liner, which is great for, you know, dirty hotels to go inside of this one. And then you take the blanket and you take all of the blanket before your spouse does.
Yeah, it's like a...
It's a really tiny blanket.
I know, we're gonna be fighting over that
all night.
We'll have to get really cuddly, honey.
It's so cold.
Good night. It's a little after 6 in the morning and we're leaving Zongla and gonna head up Cho La Pass, which is supposed to be the steepest pass, but not as hard as the first one we did. We learned that one was the hardest, but it's still, this should be challenging. We're gonna need micro spikes. It's quite icy. We're gonna be crossing a glacier. So we'll see how this goes. Right now it's freezing, so hopefully we'll warm up pretty soon. We're doing the final push up Cho La Pass. Awesome glacier here. It's really cool. We're glad we have micro spikes because they're adding some extra traction. We have last final push up a hill. Sorry, I'm out of breath. It's like over 17,000 feet here. And then we should be good. And then it's all downhill. But it's quite a far way downhill to Gokyo.
Big glacier. Finally made it up to the top of Cho La Pass. That last bit was pretty hard. My traction device kept slipping off on the way up, so it kind of sucked. But it's fine, we're here. A lot easier than Khomgala. But excited. Pass number 2 down. 1 more to go.
Alright, so we completed Cho La. We just had lunch in Dragnag. Now we're headed over to Gokyo. So only another couple of hours, I think, of walking. But apparently it's kind of challenging because we're going over a glacier again. Okay, so we're in the glacier now, and this is really cool.
It's hard to believe that this whole thing is a glacier. Like, it's just covered in sand and rocks and stuff, but this is a glacier.
The Gokyo Reef haunted us.
Yeah, too bad we can't do it.
We just got to our place in Gokyo and we decided to opt for a fancy room because we desperately need a shower. We realized today we haven't showered in 9 days. We stink. We're exhausted. And we have to do Renjo La first thing in the morning. Okay, so we are here in Gokyo. We're about to head up our last of the 3 passes, Renjo La. It's supposed to be the easiest of the 3 passes, which is good because we just had a really long day yesterday, but it's still supposed to take about the same amount of time. We've been told 7 to 8 hours, so it'll still be a long day. But it's gorgeous here. We wish we had more time in Gokyo because we've heard that Gokyo Fifth Lakes is amazing, and so if we had had more time, we would have wanted to have gone there. We did find out that Gokyo Ri and Renjo La at the top have about the same view though, so that makes us feel better about missing Gokyo Ri because you can still see Everest and everything from the top of Renjo La.
I'm barely getting by, got a heavy load, it's trying to break my mind. Can you tell me what you see? Maybe help me up this wall that's been blocking me. Hey, hey, getting closer every day.
I think we're about 60% of the way up Renjo La. I think it's tough because we're tired from yesterday going over Cho La. So we're pretty tired, but hoping it hopefully we can get up this thing in another hour and a half or so. If you look over that way, that is Mount Everest off in the distance.
So we're both definitely feeling our pass we did yesterday because these are such high passes. It's essentially like climbing a mountain 2 days in a row. So we're exhausted and we're struggling this last little push. Mount Everest has a cool cloud on it right now though.
This is really tough.
So we made it to our last of the 3 passes, Renjo La. This one was by far, well, not by far the hardest, but it's just a struggle for me because I wasn't feeling good. But yay, we made it! I can't believe it, honestly. A few days ago we thought for sure that we would not make it because of all the sicknesses and time crunch. And we did 2 passes back to back, which was brutal. Do not ever recommend that. Don't do that, especially when you're carrying your own pack weight. Which, by the way, we completed 3 passes. No porters, no guides, all our own.
We just have to go down now.
We have to really book it down quick. icy bit. Did not expect ice on Renjo La.
On the way down from Renjo La Pass, we got off the main trail. Unfortunately, the audio did not turn out when we tried to explain this, due to the wind. Thanks to our GPS, we were able to get back to the main trail. This was the last thing we wanted after doing 2 passes 2 days in a row. So we finally arrived in this little tiny village called Maralung, where there really aren't many options to stay. So this is kind of like maybe the most authentic place that we're staying now, because this is literally somebody's like house. So I'm just glad to not be moving anymore.
Yeah.
But we do have like 2 7 to 8 hour days ahead of us in order to get to Lukla to catch our flight by the 11th.
And because we got lost today ended up being an almost 9-hour day.
Way too long. Word of advice: don't do these passes back to back.
Okay, this is by far the most basic place we have ever stayed in. Our toilet's about 100 yards away from the house. Outside, hole in the wall, hole in the ground, and our pillows are made out of hay. Kid you not? I thought this was like, I don't know, I guess like I've heard of that in like cartoons or whatever, but like legit, guys, this thing is stuffed with hay. Let's hope we can sleep tonight.
Alright, honey, so what's going on?
So last night I got serious food poisoning. I barfed so much last night, just so much, and we're still at high altitude, so Alex was a sweetie and stood by me in our freezing cold little room to make sure that I didn't pass out, because I was really worried I was going to pass out. So now we're trying to figure out how we're going to get back, because I'm so weak now, and we're like a small little village. I just feel like the Himalayas have beat us up so much. We'll put up our screen of all our sicknesses we've had. Alright, so we're just leaving Maralung. I feel awful, but we literally have no time. We have to pull in a 6 to 8 hour day today and a 6 to 8 hour day tomorrow in order to get to our flight on time. So I don't have time to just recover. My stomach is really not feeling good. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at least dry heaving if I haven't heaved everything up already. There are all these stones and mantras all over the hike today. It's kind of cool. Today was a struggle after having, gosh, why I can't think of the word. What's the word?
Food poisoning.
Food poisoning. I'm really out of it. And so it was definitely slow going, but I can't believe we actually made it. I really didn't think I was going to make it to Namche Bazaar. That we're back in our same old room we were at the first time we were around here. Family resort. They have plugs, which we like.
Very hard to find in Namche on the trek in general, but
yeah. So, yay! Tomorrow we just have to walk to Lukla, and then we're done. Himalayas, you beat us up. You did. We love you. But man, did you give us a beating this time?
another helicopter, which is the second helicopter.
Alright, so we just got to our place in... Where are we? Oh, oops, accidentally filming. Hi.
Oh, hey. I'm gonna fall asleep. Ugh.
Turn it off.
Oh, it's still recording. Oh.